Squad is the official podcast is presented to you by the all-new Seltos SUV from Kia, official vehicle of the Orlando Magic. Give it everything, and it is our pleasure to catch up with DJ Augustin for the Orlando Magic. And DJ, we're all doing whatever we can. We got technical issues. We got everybody's doing whatever they can to get through these. These are crazy times right now.
It is, man. It's a learning process for everybody right now, man. I mean, even us trying to talk on this group chat right now, it's a learning process, and it's different from what we used to doing. We used to being in person and talking to each other and communicating, but it's the situation right now, and something that we have to deal with and try to get through.
Now, DJ, I know you don't miss us very much, but how much do you miss the guys? Like, how much do you just miss being around everybody and just hanging out at the gym?
Yeah, I miss everybody, man. I even miss taking that drive to the gym.
Right.
Some days we'll pack the kids in the car and just go ride around Orlando. We just drive around just to get out. And that just goes back to, like I said, the little things we take for granted in life that this time right now is teaching us to value. And, like I said, I miss everything. I miss all the people, the staff, my teammates, just being in the gym. And like I said, just even taking that drive to the gym and those little things.
DJ, I got a 6 and a 5-year-old. You got 3 young o's. How are you holding up as a teacher? Do you find you're a pretty good homeschool teacher?
Hey, man, I got to give my wife a lot of credit. She's been doing everything as far as, getting them through their work, making sure they're on time with their video chats with their teachers, keeping a schedule. And I have my duty of, making breakfast, making sure everybody brush their teeth and stuff. We even make them put on their school shirts for school.
Oh, good.
Nice. You go that far, do you?
Yeah, we try to keep it as structured as possible. And then we also have our little one that's 4. So he doesn't really have any work right now. So I try to keep him busy to stay out of the older kids' hair. But, we're doing it as a team, and it's a lot. We look forward to the weekends.
What's been the go-to breakfast, chef? What's been your go-to for everybody? Or are you just dumping cereal in bowls? Is that what you're doing?
That's what they like the most. They like the cereal and stuff.
Mine
My daughter's really picky. She'll want an egg sandwich some morning. She might want avocado toast. I don't know where she gets it from, but she's very picky. She wants pancakes, but my sons are easy to please. I throw them some cereal in the milk and some milk in a bowl, and they're good to go.
I don't even have to throw milk in the bowl. I just my wife bought Lucky Charms the other day. It was like the best day ever. Oh, we want Lucky Charms, yeah.
For sure, man.
Time change happened. These kids weren't getting up before 9 o'clock, and it was awesome. They had the morning for a little bit. Now they're up about 6:45. What time does your day start?
It's between 6:30 and 7. They're up. I mean, but that's how it is. Even on the weekends, we try to encourage them. Hey guys, sleep in. Y'all don't have school tomorrow. You know? But they're still up at 6:37, ready to go. And I'm used to it now. And we just try to enjoy the day. We try to get through schoolwork and stay focused, and then try to have some fun with them and get outdoors and do some things, ride bikes and just go outside.
And you know what, DJ, like we joke about it, and it is a lot, and you do have a lot of appreciation for our wives and the teachers and all that stuff. But the one thing that doesn't get talked about enough is this family time. This really is something that probably, God willing, will never happen again. But to get this family time is just fantastic.
Wait, you worded that weird, Dante. You don't want family?
Well, the pandemic. We don't want a pandemic ever. Okay. We don't want a pandemic ever again. We want the family time. Yeah.
Nah, for sure, man. I mean, I think right now, this time in the world is teaching everybody what's most important in life. Yeah. And it's not money. It's not cars, material things, clothing, because you can't go anywhere. So I think right now it's teaching people like the most important things in life are your health and your family, and time, and hopefully after all this is over, everybody continues to value those things like they are right now. And I've always known that even before this.
Sure.
And it's just giving me an opportunity to just enjoy my family even more and spend more time with them, because I would be traveling right now. So, even though I want to come back and I hope we do, figure out a way to get back to playing. I'm trying to enjoy this time with my kids because they're getting bigger by the minute, and my wife, and just spend this time as a family.
Now, your son, I saw on Instagram, it was his birthday
Yeah.
this week, right? Or a couple days ago?
Yeah, April 14th.
What did you guys do anything different because you couldn't, what did you guys do?
So he had a party, man. We woke up my wife and I woke up at 5:30 in the morning. Cause like I said, they normally get up around 6:37.
Sure.
And so we have a tradition where for the kid's birthday, we always put a bunch of balloons on top of them while they're sleeping. So when they wake up, it's balloons everywhere.
I like that.
So we was up at 5:30 blowing up balloons. I had a headache from blowing up balloons. And he had a Pokemon themed birthday. We FaceTime family members. And then we ordered a water slide, an inflatable water slide to put in the driveway.
Ooh, nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, so he had an amazing birthday, man. He had a great time. One of his teachers even drove by at the end of the driveway playing Stevie Wonder "Happy Birthday" song for him.
Nice. That's
very good.
He had a really good day to say the circumstances. He had a great day, and we made the best of it.
What's funny, because my niece's birthday is also on April 14th. And so she was bummed because she couldn't have her normal party. But we all got in our cars, and her mom called a bunch of her friends, and we just did a little parade around their street where we had streamers and balloons, and we were honking the horns, and she thought it was great. She had a great time.
Yeah, and that's another thing that this is teaching us, to be creative. I mean, it's teaching you to be creative for birthdays. It's teaching you to be creative with your kids and do different things. And that's one thing this time is also teaching us.
Well, my part of my project is, I do shop and I do PE and that's part of my class for the daughter. So we sanded and stained a picnic table. We've done some projects around the house. Have you done any do-it-yourself projects?
I have. I put together a few desks for them to do their work on.
Nice.
I put together my youngest son. We ordered him a Spider-Man little table that he could sit at and eat and do work. But everything on Amazon is kind of back ordered, so it just came. So I put that together.
Nice.
Just doing all kind of stuff. I turned my garage into a full gym almost. So
Did you? Come on back.
I have like a full.
You have a full gym. You turned your whole garage into a full gym?
Yeah.
Is that what you?
I turned it into a full gym almost. And like I said, it's something that I never thought I would be able to do.
Right.
And it's something I probably never would have did if it wasn't for this situation. And I mean, it's just giving me opportunities to do things I just wouldn't have time to do. And I'm actually enjoying doing those things.
So now, are you one of the guys? Do you have a basketball hoop? Are you one of the guys that hasn't even been able to shoot? I see your dribbling drills. I've seen some of your stuff online. So I know you can work out and handle a basketball, but can you shoot? Do you have a hoop?
No, I don't have a hoop that's fit for me as a basketball player. But we have like 2 goals around the house for my kids that I actually get serious. Like I was playing with them the other day, and I ended up really playing for real against them, like
nice.
Shooting and dunking and talking trash. And I said, let me calm down before I hurt one of them. Because it started off as just playing, as daddy, but then I turned into like a real player real quick. So
right.
It's all that pent up. You got that pent up rage going right now, man. But wait, you said you were dunk. I mean, what was it? 8 feet high? You were dunking.
It was like my height. I was just dunking on them, knocking them on the floor and blocking their shots. And my wife was like, DJ. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, guys. And, so I don't have a goal that I can shoot on that'll help me in what I'm trying to do. But the biggest thing for me is just staying in shape, physical shape. That way, when we do come back, I can get back in basketball shape faster. I think the as far as shooting and skill work, I think that stuff will come to me or come to all of us, once we get back and do it over time. But that's the hardest part, not having a goal right now.
Well, DJ, I think just as much as anyone on this team, and I think just the competitor that you are, and having spent time in Chicago, last night's documentary, again, I don't know when this will actually air. But that documentary on Michael Jordan, your thoughts? I'm sure you saw it, The Last Dance. You lived it, being a part of the Bulls organization. But what did you make of parts 1 and 2?
Oh man, I mean, first of all, I think that documentary was definitely needed right now at this time, because I think not just basketball players, I think the world's missing basketball, period, watching it on TV. And then I actually was drafted by Charlotte, and Michael took over as our owner my second year. So I was able to be around him and see how he was, and see that competitive spirit and that competitive attitude that they show in the documentary. He was the same way as an owner. I mean, he was the same way, when he was around us after he was retired. He approaches every day wanting to win, no matter if it's basketball, golf, trash talking, whatever it is, he wants to be the best and wants to win. And, just seeing some of the things that he went through that I didn't know about as far as his injury and, dealing with the organization. I mean, I'm in my 12th year, so I know the business part of the NBA now. But when you're younger, you don't know that kind of stuff. And to see the things he went through with Jerry Krause and the organization, it was good to see. And I'm looking forward to the next couple episodes on Sunday.
What do you think after watching that first episode and hearing some of the things that he, his battles with the front office, do you think he's taken some of that knowledge and is using it in the right way for his ownership with Charlotte? Or he has to be taking some of that into account, right?
The decision making he makes on a daily basis, but I definitely know he learned from that experience, and he's definitely using it as a businessman now, as an owner.
You know what? He's a guy that you're a guy, first of all, that doesn't miss games. If you're able to play, you'll play. Everybody gets banged up at some point throughout the year. That stood out to me, DJ, is he had a 10% chance of his career being over, but he wanted to play, right? And there's that 12-year-old kid that where does your passion and your desire to want to play come from?
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. The fact that he could have ended his career if he'd hurt himself again, but he was willing to take that risk because of his love for the game. And I think that's what we have in common. Obviously, we're not the same type of players. He's the best player to ever play the game, but his love for basketball had him in the mindset that he was willing to take that risk of being injured when he didn't really have to do that. He could have set out the rest of that season like most guys do today. They would sit out and think about next season or think about the summer, but that's not him, and that's how I like that. I love basketball. I mean, I feel like if I'm not hurt to the point where I can't help my team, I'm gonna go play. But if I'm out there and I'm hurt and I can't contribute, then I should sit down and not play. But Michael, I mean, I saw that part of the show, and I definitely related to him, and I could see where he was coming from, just his love for the game, his passion for the game.
DJ, as a vet, 10 years in the league and you having this mindset, is that something that you can pass down to maybe some of the rookies and first-year guys that are just kind of getting into the league and passing down some of that to them, their mindset of what it takes to be a pro? Yeah,
for sure, man. If you look at the NBA from that time to when I was a rookie and to now, it's totally different because, guys now, the money's so much higher than it was then. Like Michael, he was making like $30 million a year. He should have made way more than that, compared to some guys now making $40 million a year and hasn't done half the things he's done.
Right.
So I think money now and social media and all those things play a part in guys' attitude when they approach the game. And, if you just go into it not worrying about those things and just being a basketball player first, working hard, putting your head down and grinding, all those things will come to you eventually. And so that's what I would pretty much tell guys, especially a younger guy, don't chase the money, don't chase the fame, chase the game and work hard, and all that stuff will come as you get better and grow. Because I've seen a lot of guys chase those things and they didn't even make it, past 3 years. So that would be my words of encouragement to guys, just being around.
No, it's great advice. And, it's interesting, DJ, you see this team, your team now, Orlando, was playing some of the best basketball of the season right before this stoppage. And I remember after that road trip sitting on the tarmac thinking, we understand why things are shut down and we are in agreement of it and we want everyone to be safe. But I remember having this feeling like, man, these guys are rolling. Please let this season continue. What changed? You coming back was a huge part of it as well, adding to that depth and bolstering that second unit. But what, in your opinion, what changed? What helped you guys get on this roll?
Just guys. I think it had a lot to do with that. We saw the season was getting close to an end, and we had to get into that mind frame of playoff mind frame. Even though we should have that mind frame from the beginning, but sometimes it takes the season's so long. It's such a long season. It's hard to have that mindset the entire season. So I think when we got to that point, we kind of saw the playoffs was approaching, and we had to get our minds right defensively, playing together, getting that same rhythm we had last year. We had to figure it out because we was getting closer to our goal, which was making the playoffs again. And then as far as me, I was kind of getting back into my rhythm after missing however many games I missed, almost 2 months, and it's tough to come back from being out that long and getting into basketball shape, number one, getting into a rhythm that fits with the team, how guys are playing.
Right.
It's a lot that goes into that. So I felt like I was just getting back to myself. So it was disappointing. And we had a lot to prove this year. But at the end of the day, it's out of our control. All we can do right now is continue to work, even though the season may be canceled. It may not be. You got to still work as if we're going to come back and play. And you never know what can happen, man.
Right.
DJ, how hard were those 2 months that you were out? I mean, obviously the team was missing you because, you had come back, you came back healthy. And that's part of the big reason for me why the team had started playing so much better. You were healthier. Michael Carter-Williams was healthy. The team had finally started to find their way. Those 2 months you were out, how tough was that for you?
It's tough, man. I tell people all the time, it's when you're injured, you do more when you're injured than when you're playing. You got rehab. You got to get up early for rehab. You gotta lift weights. You got to do extra conditioning. You got to go back for more rehab. You got to sit and watch your teammates go on the court, which is the best part of basketball, being on the court, playing in the game. The part that we love to do, you got to sit there and watch. You're putting in all this work. You should be able to go out there and reap the reward as playing the game with them, but you can't because you're hurt. So you got to sit there and watch. You can help the team, so that sucks. And then it's just doing that over and over and over again. It takes a toll on you mentally, and it's tough. But the most important thing is the coaching staff and the trainers. They wanted me to come back at 100%, nothing less. And that's what we did. The training staff did a great job of getting me back. And like I said, we was all starting to find our rhythm as a team right before all this happened, and it's unfortunate.
DJ, we just when you hit that shot against the Toronto Raptors.
I'm sorry,
in game one,
I lost you. What you said?
Yeah, we had a couple of days ago. We had the 1 year anniversary of your shot in game one to beat the Raptors last year in the postseason. I've watched it about 50, 60 times myself. I don't know how many times you've watched it, but just kind of, I'm sure you realize it was the 1 year anniversary, and boy, that's got to be right up there for you, DJ, and one of the biggest shots you've hit in your basketball career.
Yeah, it definitely was a great moment, man. Honestly, I didn't even know. I didn't even know it was the 1 year anniversary. I mean, obviously I know, but I didn't pay attention.
Sure.
I didn't even. People was tagging me in the shot, on Instagram and stuff like that. And I honestly, I don't even watch it. I don't even like to watch it because I know the result of what happened after that. We lost.
Sure.
So that kind of messes with me. So I don't even like to watch it anymore because it's like it doesn't even matter anymore. But personally, it definitely was a big moment in my career, especially my professional career. And it reminds me of when I was younger, playing in the biddy leagues in New Orleans when I was coming up. I was on the All-Star team, and I hit the game-winning shot to win the actual biddy championship. And I didn't think it could get any better than that when I was younger. But that kind of took the cake, man, and that was years ago. So it just shows you how, if you stick with something in life, you never know, years from now, you can get a greater reward. So.
DJ, you bring up New Orleans. You were one of the first people to reach out to make a donation. You made a donation down there in New Orleans. Talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah, so my wife and I was just, obviously like everybody else was seeing things on Instagram and social media, the news, how, what's going on in the world, how people are struggling to pay rent, how people are struggling to eat, how the doctors and the hospitals are running out of equipment and stuff. So we were just sitting around thinking of how we could help. And, we went through Hurricane Katrina. We knew what that was like. We were kids when that happened. And we knew that most people needed the most help after Katrina was over. So we always was coming up with a plan of how we can help once this is over. But then we was like, we got to do something now though. So we reached out to one of the major hospitals in New Orleans. My cousin, actually, she's a nurse there. She's an ER nurse. So we reached out to them to see if I can donate just money. And they referred me to a guy who was doing a nonprofit because his wife is a nurse as well. And they were just saying how the nurses and doctors and the staff are just they're going days without eating because they're trying to help everybody.
Wow.
So they was like, he came out of his own pocket to start this business, if you want to call it, called Crew of Red Beans with a K, Crew of Red Beans. And basically they would go to different or local businesses in New Orleans, like restaurants, like your mom and pop restaurants, and get them to cook. And then they would have musicians in the city get the food and deliver it to the hospitals to feed the front line. So it's like I said it's killing two birds with one stone, because I was able to help keep local businesses, restaurants and stuff in business.
Right.
And given the local musicians, I was able to get them money to deliver. They were getting paid to deliver the food. So I was keeping them in business. And I also was helping a cause that's feeding the frontline workers, the doctors, the nurses, quality meals, not just sandwiches and Lunchables and stuff. It was like red beans and rice. It was gumbo. It was top-notch New Orleans food. So pretty much I was helping the entire community for what I did. And I never wanted any credit for it. And I didn't even want it to be known. Me and my wife just wanted to do it, and do it for the city that we love and the people that we love.
I think that's fantastic. That's a testament to you. It's a testament to all your and you're all trying to find out ways to pitch in. And it was great to see it. I know I'm proud to be a part of this organization because I see the DeVos family and they made that donation. And I know you're proud to be a part of that organization and represent that ownership group as well with that, just a great gesture that they made right when this started.
Yeah, it's great, man. I've been here this is my 4th season. I still can't believe I've been here 4 years.
Jeez.
Right.
Yeah. My youngest son was born the day before free agency. Well, a couple of days before free agency started.
That's right.
And now he's going to be 4 in June. So the people at the arenas, I feel like I know them personally. I see them every home game. I speak to them. I hug them. I give them that. And for them to have to go through this, they're not in a situation like the players. Like, we're super blessed, to be in a position we're in. And I feel like those people needed the help, and the DeVos family stepped in and made it possible for them. And that's big. And I'm grateful to be a part of an organization that was one of the first to do that. And that's big.
Well, we're only gonna let you stay and play for 12 more years. So make sure you stay in shape. make sure you stay in shape and you're ready to keep going.
Is that okay? 12? Can you give us?
Okay? Nah, I'm sorry. My kids, they already saying they don't want me to go back now. They like,
oh, I know.
I'm like, guys, Daddy gotta get back to playing. That's how we live. And they're like,
That's
no,
right.
We don't want you to play again. Retire. My oldest daughter said, you need you to retire. So yeah, man, I've had a long career. I still have a lot left in me.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to end my career on my terms when I want to be done. And I always keep myself in shape, and I eat right. I do all the little things. So I feel like I could play for as long as I want to play.
Well, we got to ask you this question, DJ, because we've asked about half of your teammates. First question, if you had to be quarantined, every single person we asked, you were one of the 3. So
Wait, say
you
that
need
again. You froze on the first one.
Quarantined, DJ, if you
have to be quarantined, if you have to be quarantined with 3 of your teammates,
there we go.
who would you pick? Who would the 3 be? And everybody that we've asked, they have all picked you. Each and every one has picked you to be on the team,
Man.
to be part of that.
Evan actually said, I can't have anybody. I can have anybody but DJ, is what Evan said. So.
Yeah, but he also said he didn't want anybody. Evan was fine being by himself.
Yeah, he liked being by himself. He'll go take a walk by himself in the mountain somewhere. But who would I want to be with? Quarantine? Man, that's tough. I don't know, man. That's tough, man. I don't know. I would have to. I don't know.
It's fine if it's none of them. If you don't want to be with any of them, I don't blame you.
That's the case. Totally... None of them. Yeah. Yeah. I thought I had to pick. No, none of them.
You don't have to pick anybody. You can do whatever you want.
You'd rather not be around any of them. Well, I think about like Michael Carter Williams was quick to pick you, but have you got into TikTok at all? Have you seen him and his videos that he's putting together on TikTok?
I seen him, man. I don't even know what week we are in quarantine, but it's definitely getting to that point when people are starting to do things that are concerning, and time to start reaching out to guys and see if they're okay, and
make sure they're mentally all right.
Yeah, make sure they're mentally, because sometimes people cry for help and you don't see the signs. So I hope it's not getting to that point just yet. But I've been enjoying Mike's TikTok, so I like him doing them. Yeah, I haven't gotten into it. My daughter does it. She does it every day, and she tries to put me in them. But I'm like,
You don't want to be a star, a guest star.
Nah, I'm good.
All right, we're gonna have you look at we're gonna have you look at all these jerseys, DJ. Okay, where there's 12 jerseys here. I don't know if you can see the numbers there. We need you to pick 3. You can only keep 3 of these uniforms if you're with the Magic. Which ones
so
are
I'm looking at the style of uniform.
Yeah. Can you see the numbers next to them? Up in the top corners? Okay, so just pick three jerseys there that you would keep.
Could be any 3.
I'm gonna go with I love number 8. I love those jerseys. We playing those now.
Okay.
8.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I like 11. We played in, I think that was last year or my second year here.
Yep.
Okay.
And for a lighter color, it's tough between 2 and 9. I like those gray ones, but I think you gotta go throwback with the pinstripes for the home. So I'll go with 2.
Everybody likes the pin. So you're a fan of the statement jerseys, the blue ones that we're wearing now?
Yeah, I love those.
What do you like about those?
I just like the material. They feel good. The cut, how they're cut, I just like them, man. I like them. I like them a lot.
All right.
Well, we know you're on Instagram, and we know you're posting, but we'll see how well you know your teammates' Instagram accounts. All right. So we've got a couple of Instagram accounts. You tell us who that is. Their picture's been edited out. Who's that? Got to look at the form on top of the view.
I'm looking at that form. I'm trying to see who shoots like that.
About to send that basketball down to Central Street downtown.
I have no idea who that is. That's
It's AG.
I was about to say AG, but I'm looking at the goal he's shooting on. I know he has his own goal at home.
Oh, okay. Yep. The surrounding got you thrown
out. What about this one, DJ? You know who that is?
That's MC Dub. I can tell. He the only person wear a hoodie with shorts.
Everybody's got that one pretty quick. I thought that was going to cross people up, but everybody seems to be that one. What about this one here?
That's Chief. You ain't got to blow it up.
You already got Chief.
You can tell that's Chief.
All right, what about
who do you got here?
That's me, man. I posted that. That's me.
There you go. Tell us about dynamic, and I know you missed that part as well, but just touch on the locker room dynamic, especially with you. You have the unique ability to give it equally to every member of your team.
Yeah, man. I mean, the locker room is a special place. I feel like the NBA already is a fraternity of guys. Yep. And the locker room is like that sacred place where guys can kind of hang out, you know, almost like a man cave almost, you know.
Yeah,
And
right.
I've been fortunate enough to be in a lot of locker rooms, you know, even though some people look at it as a bad thing. I've been with 18, but I've been able to learn from
Yeah.
different guys and hear different stories. And, you know, I definitely miss the locker room. And I have a lot of friends. Well, most of my friends are retired now. And that's the one thing that they say they miss the most.
Yep. Right.
Not necessarily playing in the NBA, but just the locker room, the bus rides, the flights, just being around your teammates, man. It's just a special thing. And I definitely don't take it for granted. And I enjoy every minute of it. And, you know, I try to keep it light. I have fun with guys. I make fun of guys. We joke. And then at the same time, I know when to turn it off and get serious and get ready for the game. So it's just a special place, man.
Well, I told those guys, your style is like kind of throwing a grenade and then letting it explode and then you running out of the room. That's how I describe your style.
Yeah, that's how I do, man. I mess with everybody though. I've said it before in an interview I did earlier in the season. I mess with the coaches. So
that's
nobody's off limits.
Nobody's off limits.
Nobody's off limits. And but at the same time, it's all fun. At the end of the day, I respect everybody and everybody's job. And, you know, it's, you know, my biggest thing that I learned from being a rookie to my 12th year in the NBA is that you got to have fun, because my first few years, I didn't have fun. I was stressed. I was, you know, I was going through a lot as far as playing time, not playing for Larry Brown as my head coach as a young guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you know, and I hated that. I hated basketball. I hated practice. It was a lot, you know, and now in my later years, I enjoy it. I love going to practice. I love practicing. I love being around the teammates, and I don't take any of that for granted.
What turned that for you, DJ? What made that turn?
Oh man, I think the things that I went through, you know, I think I went through them for a reason. I think they made me into not just the player I am today, but the person and how I approach the game and approach this business. I think that was important. A lot of guys don't get an opportunity to go through those ups and downs like I did. And like I said, you know, I've been with 18. Some people look at that as a bad thing. I've been called a journeyman. I've been called, you know, bounce around and all that. But I'm in my 12th year, so I'll take that any day than being with one team for 3-4 years and then be out the NBA. So I think all that happened to me for a reason, and I've learned a lot. And I've learned to find my love for the game. Like, you know, when you're in high school, elementary, and even college, you know, college can be rough too, but you just love playing basketball. You love being a basketball player. And then once you get into the NBA, it's more business. And you start to gradually lose your love for the game because of some of the things you go through. And I just found a way to find my love again. And I won't let nobody take that from me ever again. And I'm going to ride out with it.
Awesome.
Well, that's fantastic. That's great advice. And I think that's a perfect thing to end on. If I didn't have to ask you how you got a haircut during a 5-week quarantine.
Come on, DJ. Look at this.
I mean, we're going out of control here, man. We're going out of control.
Hey, I'll tell y'all this, man. It's a lot of things that I gave up during this quarantine. I'm not giving up a haircut, man. But don't get it twisted. I normally get my haircut maybe once or twice a week, but I only been doing it like twice every month. So I got one every 2 weeks so far. That's what I've been doing, like every 2 weeks. So, but that's not even normal for me. I get one once or twice a week. So, but you can see my beard is getting kind of long. I'm gonna have to do something about that.
What do we do with this, DJ? I don't even know where to begin with this.
Right. You just gotta let it go, man.
I gotta let it go. Okay.
Let it go, and then once you're able to get a haircut, let your barber line you up nice and right, and let it fill in. You know.
I'm coming to your guy.
Yeah, I'm coming to your guy too, by the way.
I have a lot of guys, man. I got guys all over.
He does, by the way. The guy's got a haircut like every 2 days.
I got barbers in I got a barber in almost every city. I promise you.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Well, you got to take it. Can he fill this in? Can he make it all? Can he all one color?
Yeah, it's lots of things you can do with the coloring and stuff.
There we go.
As far as like filling it in, sometimes you gotta just let it do its own thing. And sometimes your hairs they'll connect. Like I didn't always have this part right here because I always get it lined up like this. So now that I just let it grow, it's connecting. You see what I'm saying?
All right. I see.
Yeah, sure,
So
sure.
just let it do its thing, man.
All right, I got nowhere to be, so I'm gonna let him do his thing.
Or you could be like Evan. Evan shaved everything off today. I don't know if y'all saw that.
I did see that. I did see that. Did you like him with the beard or without? What's better?
He better not come back with that clean shaven. He got to come back with the beard, man.
He'll come back with something.
Now he does it.
Yeah,
he does a job on his own hair. Do you get on him a little bit for that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. He knows. I mean, I'm the critic. You know, every time somebody gets a haircut, they got to come check in with me so I can see if it's a go or if it's a no. You know, they come check in with me when it comes to the cuts.
Who brought you the worst haircut? Maybe they came in with their tail between their legs and they knew it was going to be an issue.
Mo has come in a few times with a bad haircut and he knew it. And they try to get by me without me noticing, but I'm looking. You know, I look and I call them over like, hey, come in, man. Let me see it. You know, so you know, they try to sneak around, but I catch them eventually. But it's quite a few guys that came in with bad haircuts. We got so many guys with long hair. I mean,
yeah, right.
Yeah, so you know.
All right, well, DJ, this was great, man. I appreciate it, and best of luck to you and your family. Okay.
Thank y'all, man. Same to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right, we hope to see you soon.